Hello, welcome to Cybersecurity class, and this is going to be a 10 module course. We will gain understanding into what cybersecurity is, and this class, which is module 1, will be talking about introduction to cybersecurity. Introduction to cybersecurity, and this will entail the meaning and scope of cybersecurity, the evolution of cybersecurity, importance of cybersecurity in the digital age. We also look at the principles that are important, that are necessary to be looked at in cybersecurity, which are confidentiality, integrity, and availability. We look at cybersecurity and information security. We also look at some key terminologies in cybersecurity, the types of cyber assets, and lastly, overview of cyber threats. And these are the things we will quickly look at briefly in this module. In today's interconnected digital landscape, cybersecurity is a critical discipline safeguarding information, system, and network from unauthorized access, disruptions, and damage. And it encompasses policy, technologies, and processes to protect the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of digital assets. And the evolution of security mirrors the rapid growth of technology, from early antivirus solution to sophisticated defense mechanism against advanced persistent threats. And as reliance on digital platform grows, cybersecurity becomes paramount for protecting sensitive data, maintaining trust, and also ensuring operational continuity. Now, what is cybersecurity? It's actually a multifaceted discipline integrating technology, policies, processes, and human awareness to protect digital ecosystem. And its meaning varies across technical, organization, and human-centric perspective, all converging on the NIST definition, which is protecting information and system from cyber threats that compromise the CIA threat. And the scope of cybersecurity is actually broad, which covers network, application, endpoints, information, and cloud security. And it also extends to critical infrastructure protection, legal or ethical dimension, and cybersecurity awareness training. And this address technology, human behavior, and also societal impact. What's is actually what are the importance of cybersecurity in the digital age? The first one is for data protection. Cybersecurity serves as a prevention for unauthorized access and theft of sensitive personal, financial, and corporate data stored digitally. Also, it actually helps in operational stability, as in defense mechanism. It stands as defense mechanism, and the likes of backup and intrusion detection ensures businesses remain functional during and after ransomware or DDoS attack. Also, it provides or helps in infrastructure safety and the aspect of protecting the digital system, governing energy, transport, and healthcare, uh, prevents disruption that could endanger life or destabilize economy. It also aids legal compliance as robust security ensures organizations adhere to global regulations like the GDPR, avoiding heavy fine and legal penalties. Also, it helps to build the user trust. That is, it securing transactions and privacy builds the consumer's confidence necessary for digital economies and e-commerce to flourish. And lastly, it a guide against threats, that is threat mitigation, and proactive intelligence and predictive analytics identify and neutralizes evolving risks such as the AI-driven malware and phishing before they cause damage. For looking at the evolution of cybersecurity, it's actually uh, a journey, and it has continuously evolved in response to technological advancements and increasingly sophisticated threats. And each era brought in new challenges and defensive um, strategies, shaping the discipline into what it is today. And the first is the 1960s to 1980s, which is the early computing era, and it focused on physical safeguards for isolated mainframe and also minimal cyber threats, mostly internal. Also, we have the 1990s where we can talk of networked computing era, and this deals with rise of LANs and the internet introduced external threats like viruses, worms, and fire, firewalls emerged. In the 2000s, we have the e-commerce and the mobile era, where there is growth of online transactions, which led to motivation or financially motivated attacks like phishing and ransomware, and there is need for or there was regulations that were introduced at this era also. We have the 2010 to present, which is the modern cybersecurity era. And under this, clouds, big data, Internet of Things, and AI brought APTs and state-sponsored attack, and it focused on threat intelligence and resilience. And we also have the future um, era where we can talk of future occurrences, future cybersecurity, which is another era that is very important in evolution of cybersecurity. Looking at the CIA threat, which are the core principle of cybersecurity. This is actually a foundational concept in cybersecurity, and it emphasizes the protection of data through confidentiality, integrity, and availability. And this framework guides security policy and control. And for confidentiality, there is need to ensure that information is accessible only to authorized users, preventing unauthorized disclosure, and it is achieved through encryption, access control, and authentication. For integrity, it actually guarantees information remain accurate, complete, and unaltered, protecting against unauthorized modification. And for availability, it is ensuring that information and systems are accessible when needed by by authorized users, maintaining operational continuity, and this is supported by redundant system like backups and disaster recovery plans. Differentiating between cybersecurity and information security. While often used interchangeably, cybersecurity and information security are distinct yet related concepts, and information security is broader, protecting information in all forms, digital, physical, or verbal, ensuring its confidentiality, integrity, and availability. On the other hand, cybersecurity specifically focuses on protecting digital system, the networks and electronic data from cyber-based threats originating from cyberspace, such as hacking and malware, and it's a specialized subset of information security, heavily relying on technical control. Both are crucial and work together for comprehensive protection. Let's quickly look at some terms in cybersecurity. And the first we'll be looking at is cyber threat, and this is a potential action or event exploiting a vulnerability to harm a system, network, or data. For vulnerability, it's a weakness or flaw in a system, software, hardware, or process that can be exploited. There is also what we call cyber attack, and this is deliberate attempts to exploit a vulnerability for unauthorized access, disruption, or data theft. There is also a malware, which is a malicious software designed to harm system or data, such as viruses, um, worms, ransomware. We also have phishing, which is a social engineering tricking users into revealing sensitive information by posing a legitimate entity. Also, authentication is verifying user or system identity before granting access, such as password, biometrics, and the likes. And for authorization, it is determining what an authenticated user is allowed to do within a system as per access level, the permission. And for encryption, it's actually converting readable data into an unreadable format to prevent unauthorized access. For firewall, it's security system monitoring and controlling network traffic based on predefined rules. And lastly, incident response, and it's a structured approach to identify, contain, investigate, and recover from cybersecurity incidents. We also have types of cyber assets requiring protection, and cyber assets are all digital and technological related resources valuable to individuals, organizations, and governments. And protecting these diverse assets is paramount for operational continuity and security. And the first type is data and information, and this deals with personal, organization, and intellectual property data. And its compromise leads to identity theft, financial loss, and reputational damage. We also have hardware, which is a physical computing device like server, laptop, mobile devices, and network equipment, and it leads to vulnerable it is vulnerable to theft, damage, and unauthorized access. We have the software and application, and these are operating system, application, database, and firmware, and it's targeted through vulnerabilities and malicious code. We have network and communication also as a type of cyber asset, and this is internal or external network, um, internal connections, and VPNs. And attack can cause data interception or service disruption. We have the cloud and virtual, which deals with virtual server storage and service hosted on cloud platform, and it's attractive targets if misconfigured or poorly managed. And lastly, we have a human and identity, which is user credential access rights and roles, and insider threats and weak password pose significant risk at this. We have the overview of cyber threats, and for this, we say threats and are constantly evolving dangers that exploit vulnerabilities to compromise cyber assets, and they range from malicious software to sophisticated targeted attack. And this we have malware based, which are viruses, worms, trojans, and the likes. And for social engineering, it's manipulating users to review sensitive information or perform save actions. We also have network based, which is attacks targeting network infrastructures to disrupt services or gain unauthorized access. And we have insider threat, which is a malicious or unintentional action by individual within an organization with legitimate access. We also have the web and application, which is exploiting vulnerability in web application for data breach. And lastly, we have the advanced and emerging, which is sophisticated threats like APTs, state-sponsored attack, and AI-driven attack. In conclusion, this module has been able to establish cybersecurity as a critical discipline, evolving from the technical concern to a strategic, organizational, and societal necessity. And it's important in the digital age. Its importance in the digital age is undeniable. Protecting sensitive data, ensuring business continuity, and safeguarding critical infrastructure. Understanding the principles that we've discussed, the key terminologies, cyber assets, and their threat landscape provides a foundational understanding. Cybersecurity is a continuous process involving technology, human behavior, policy, and risk management, essential for navigating an increasingly complex digital world. Thanks for listening.